Great. Shalom, shalom, Yashua. Hebrews are Tulsa Oklahoma. What's going on here? Cross up, down, fall back on the great. First things first, we're going to turn to the east. Give all praise glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem Rakadash, which is the ancient prelude tongue. It's the correct name of the Heavenly Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Double honors to the apostle elders of great millstone and shalom to sister brothers living in this truth and shalom to brothers and sisters that's listening and studying and show yourself approved. Come today, Yashua, I'll talk to you about, we're at that time where everything is about to come to a head. You're about to be at the end of this thing. And you can know that by looking at all these prophecies. When you look at World War III, it's really hitting the full head. You got the famine about to hit. You got Isaiah 4:1 about to come into play. You got there's all kinds of disturbances, man. You got the government talking about UFO disclosure, trying to see which way they can tell the public that, it's some aliens, that's to be a lie. That's only to control the narrative. And there's all the distractions that's going on too, man. You just had the Knicks win the finals. You got the World Cup here. You got fights, UFC fights at the USA line. All kinds of little motorcycle riders on the USA line. That's never happened in my lifetime. Presidents that do stupid stuff like that. They do grand circuit on the White House line. That's new. And then you got money. The money about to change. I just went somewhere and they told me they ain't got no penny. They'll give you pennies back. So you got physical money coming out of circulation. That's new. There's new things happening in Babylon the Great that signifies the coming of our Lord and Savior Yahweh Shah. All kinds of I'm talking about major, unprecedented type of events are happening right now. People talking about, oh no, we've got about 30, 40 more years. No, we don't. Farm industry has collapsed, man, thanks to that war. So the malls is closed. No peace still in place. They still at war. The Israeli government and Lebanon, they still fighting each other. So Donald Trump's peace deal did not hold through. And this dude is on record even saying himself that Biden got 4 weeks left of gas. He said that. Nobody else said that. He said that. The people looking like, man, why you say that, man? He said it because he's confident he get a peace deal. The Lord showed him nah, you can't get no peace deal. You ain't the orange deal. You ain't the master negotiator. You ain't negotiate nothing. We're on the Lord's time. Not what Esau Edom say. So I got this right here, my first precept. And this is Romans 13:11. It says that knowing the time, that now it is our time to wake out of sleep. But now is our salvation near that we believe. And that's true, man. You got to know the times you're in. Our salvation is real, real close. Based on what? The prophecies we just talked about earlier. You can see it happen. You can see it with the people. A lot of people is through out here. Jobs is drying up. Families ain't family like they used to be. Events ain't family functions ain't what they used to be. You got ICE agents running around jacking people up, checking paperwork out, are you a U.S. citizen or not? That's new. They wasn't doing it in the 80s and 90s. They might have been doing it around World War II time, but we wasn't alive at that point. So basically, that type of stuff is happening again, letting us know that World War III is happening. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is a quick one. This is Habakkuk 2 and 3, and I'm gonna read it. It says, "For the vision is yet for the appointed time." In that vision, we use this precept to go into the MOTB, and you see the MOTB coming out in full flash now. But this vision is ultimately the vision of just the prophecy of the scriptures, and the scriptures did say, "Hey, people, the love of many will wax cold," and all these different signs. That's a part of the vision also, and we're seeing that we in these times where all hell is breaking loose. And we could tell that, hey, Yahweh Shah is visited in this place. Yahweh Shah is visiting this place. But it said, for the vision is yet for the appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Now we're seeing all these signs of the end coming, letting you know that our salvation is nearer than we believe, because, hey, these signs, the Lord told us the things to look for to let you know his coming was he was on his way. But it said, reading on, it says, but at the end it should speak and not lie, even though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. Now we're seeing it, and it surely came, and we're seeing it, and it's not tarrying. Now it's just prophecy left and right, boom, 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 just prophecy, 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 back to back to back to back, letting you know that, hey, the Lord is quickly on the way, man.
I got I go ahead and bring these other precepts out there to further back you up. Right here. This is Second Ezra chapter 9. We start at verse 1. He says, and he answered me then saying, measure down the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before. And that's that precept right there. We see parts of the signs past, which we already seeing that we're on the way to World War III. We're seeing the famine, right? The famine of not only the famine of the word, but we also seeing the famine of food. You know, the food prices getting going up. Okay, so the spirit of mirth, all of those things are getting ready. Those are the signs past, right? Because Yahweh Shah said anything you're going to come. All right, Yahweh about to Yahweh Shah. In verse 2, it says, then shalt thou understand that at the very same time, wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Right? And that's how you know how Yahweh Shah knows visited the world which he made. Okay? We can't forget that he also said, think not that I come to bring peace on the earth. I came not to bring peace, but a sword. Okay? And you further read on into that precept, but that's the prophecy. He said, I came to set a man at burying, Luke paraphrase going down, he said, the man foes shall be day of his own household. One of the main prophecies that the man and woman is not getting along in their own household. Okay, and it goes even bigger all the way to the White House. You got the Democratic versus Republican. So that's the prophecy in itself that let you know how close Yahweh John's on the way, man.
Yeah, I got this one right here. It's Matthew 24:7. It says, but as the days of Noah were, so also should the coming of the Son of Man be. And then Noah talking about Noah. And it said the coming of the Son of Man. The Son of Man, that's talking about Yahweh Shah. You know, and when you go to verse 38, it says, for as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating, drinking, and marrying and giving in marriage until the day of Noah entered into the ark. You know, it shows right there that people in the world are not going to be paying attention to the signs that's happening, even though they're in your face. I mean, these signs right now, the Lord is doing is like undeniable. When I said the government's talking about UFO disclosure, back in the day, you told us UFO, they look at you like a quack or a dummy. Now the government like, yeah, my bad, we've been watching these for a minute, they real, and we're gonna figure out the best way to let y'all know about it. Then you got where the dollar's crashing, and the dollar's crashing so hard, you got it where companies don't take pennies no more. So the money's coming out of circulation. Those are signs you can chicks like, hold up. Grandma was spending pennies way back in the early 1900s, 1800s. They always accepted, tender cash. Now we're at the point where they talk about certain companies only say card only. Right. They don't even take cash. That's new. That's a new thing. They're tracking you with your cell phone. That's the new thing. They got drones out here. Artificial intelligence. The rise of artificial intelligence with data centers should be alarming to the public. They're putting data centers everywhere in Babylon the Great. It's sucking up all the water and ruining the land. Like, they should let you know, like, why y'all need these data centers? Why y'all need so many of them? Why is artificial intelligence so important? We already got intelligence.
You got to register for everything now.
Right.
Shit, like our person back in the day, you didn't have to do nothing. You just show up and you just go do what you need to do. Now, shit, just like even Juneteenth, you got to register to go in there. That's damn near one step closer to MOTB. You got to register to go into certain stores so you can pay with the palm of your hand or just pay just by looking at something.
You go to Sam's, you got to have a card. Yeah, Costco, you got to have a card.
Walmart, they trying to do make it to where you register to fucking use the self-checkout.
See, damn, I didn't know that one.
Yeah, they trying to do that because they said people be stealing, and then the fact is quicker that way. They were like, if you want the convenience of being quicker, register and get this and do this and pay this monthly subscription, and you can use the self-checkout.
Yeah, that ain't. They even got that with the TVs now. They like, you buy a TV from Walmart, they got it where you got to register an account for Walmart as well too.
Dang, I didn't know that. That's bad, man.
Yeah.
They, to me, don't have enough cashiers to enforce something like that. Some people ain't gonna want to do all of that. Now you got 3 cashiers to check out about 100 people.
The whole store, because only thing. Jake ain't gonna spend no extra money just to go to self-checkout.
Exactly.
They got bills to pay. Yeah. So
yeah, I'm trying to run in and run out. I ain't trying to set up here and check out and do all this little. You already see that's a bunch of surveillance.
Mm-hmm.
That's Esau keeping tabs on people, man. By using what technology. That's one thing Jake ain't keeping up people in the world. Look at this radical technology devil coming up with. He got robots, artificial intelligence, which is taking over everything. They're using AI to take over the music industry. They using AI to take over the film industry. They don't pay actors that much no more. Then with AI is muddying up the information, man. You might look something on social media, you think it's real, and it's artificial intelligence.
Man, it's getting to the point where you have to kind of dig a little bit too, because I was recently just meditating on Eve and the serpent. And then when I went to look at the definition of the serpent, it was hard for me to find that because you know how one word have more than one definition. There's a noun definition. At first I couldn't find the actual definition where it says a sly and treacherous person who gained your trust in order to betray it. I had to dig to find that definition. And ultimately, it was just going to say it's just a regular snake, which is pretty much feed into that illusion that he was talking to an actual snake, but it was really a person. And that's big right there, man. That goes into that strong delusion right there.
You gotta look into the etymology of it.
You got to dig a little bit deeper, which is basically the scripture. That's why the scripture is important, because it says study to show ourselves approved. You know, you got to do the work in order for you to get the answer that you seek for.
Having the truth and discernment is gonna be very vital and important. If you don't have discernment, you're gonna get fooled by this devil, man. That's why a lot of people in a frozen psychological state right now. They don't know what to do, because everything they believe has been taken away. The C19, their lives.
What you just said right there, frozen psychological state. We were just talking about that. We were just talking about how one of the employees was still living back in the night. That's what that frozen psychological state is. Like, you got a lot of people that still living in the past. You got people that make videos and saying, man, it wasn't like this back in the day. You know, they're having an old school 90s song, and this generation don't know how it was back in the day. They still living in the past right there, man. That's true that you said that.
What kills me is the people who stuck in the past because they don't want to see the future. Right? They got their head on the cover. They don't want to see They don't want to see what's coming. But they can see all the worldly things though that's happening around them. But they can't see, the fact that hey, we moving into a new era. We moving into a prophecy era to where hey, shit's about to happen. They don't see that right there. I got a precept.
I was gonna say that testimony we were just talking about that Jake who was in the army who basically stuck in that docile state where he was thinking that all of the prophecy we talking about it ain't gonna happen until 30 years from now when we actually living in that time.
Yeah, it showed you fine.
Yeah,
and he said it's up. He don't want to see.
Right.
This is a quick precept. This is Matthew 16. I'm gonna start at 2. It says he answered and said unto them, when is it evening? Yet, let's see if we can start up. Yeah, when is it evening? It will be fair weather, for the sky is red. It says, and in the morning it will be foul weather. Today, for the sky is red and low. It says, ye hypocrites, you can discern the face of the skies, but you can't discern the signs of the times. And that's a lot of jakes out there. Jake can smell when it's about to rain. Oh, it's raining, about to rain. Goddamn it, it's gonna be bad out here, and I'm hurting. It's gonna be some bad weather. But like when it comes to prophecy, dollar is literally crashing before you. They talk about CBDCs and cryptocurrencies every day, damn near. But you can't see that the times are going into a part where there's gonna be no cash. They're gonna have to get a chip. Like, it's crazy to me, man. And that's what the Lord is talking about. And a lot of these people are hypocrites. They can discern other things of this world, but they can't discern spiritual things.
And that's spirit. When you brought up that word hypocrite actually goes into actor. Mm-hmm. A lot of these people really are actors. Like, they really don't dig into reality, because when you become an actor, you have to pretend to be this character. Mm-hmm. And that's what basically what that hypocrite is when you dig deep into that word, man.
And like Scripture say, you gotta look into the days of Noah, what was going on at the time. Like Jacob, real wicked. They was changing up the flesh, you know what I'm saying? All the alphabet agenda. They was doing what they want to do. Do with thy will spirits where they was at. And you look up now here in 2026, they're in that same spirit, man. You got Transformers running around. You got alphabet agenda being like the norm now. They'll condemn you on the self alphabet agenda. You call them the wrong name, you get condemned for that. You got this devil splicing DNA. He's splicing cat with dog and making new creatures. He's even splicing DNA to food. Like, we genetically modify food, man. And you wonder why everybody is sick, because you're not getting the nutrients that you used to get based on when the food was natural. So that's why I look at Jay like, bro, you're not even eating natural food no more. That's a difference. And then, like we said before camp, this devil, because he started that war with Iran, they just lost a war. Lost the war to Iran. The Strait of Hormuz is closed. They can't get fertilizer. All the farmlands are dying. Farms is bellying up, man. I just took a trip to Arkansas. I took a trip to Kansas, and I've seen a bunch of dead farms, y'all. So the famine is coming into play. But Jake act like they don't see that. Esau is on social media every day talking about, oh, my farm is over with. It's out of business. You got the screw worms and ticks eating up the cattle in Texas. And you talking about that yesterday. Right. Like, that's something big. That wasn't happening back in the day like that. That's something you got to take into consideration. It's on the news. So Jake can't say, I ain't heard or I ain't know about that. This devil telling you. Cattle getting towed up. Then he devil so cold, they'll let you know their game plan. Paying attention. Bill Gates, like, I got lab grown meat. You come eat my food if you got an allergy to red meat. And he the one, you do your research, he the one that released the genetically modified ticks, man. That's biological warfare.
That's the credit. You brought that up because we said that red meat, because it's really them ticks. Some people actually, when they get bit by those ticks, it causes you to not be able to consume red meat anymore. And there's a lot of people that are dealing with that now.
And it makes you have to go work, go to that devil, man. Right. And it's a precursor. Because in a minute, you're going to have to go to this devil with a microchip in your body in order to get whatever little food is left. That's the whole game plan, man. That's why the devil's doing it. They're cornering the market is what they're doing. They're making it where you have to come to them for your wants and needs. And that's Revelation chapter 13. And we've been telling Jake and warning them, like, they're setting it up for this scenario. And Jake ain't paying attention. Jake ain't caring. They ain't making their own gardens. Right. They're not doing nothing to be self-sustained. They just like, okay, the government going to take care of me. And we telling them, the government is about to line your butt up and force you into some stuff. Really, he's about to cut off several of your connections to your Hashem shop. If you take the MOTB, that's it, man. Lord, you don't get no cherry rod. They said, we trying to tell Jake we know what the UFOs are. They have been identified. Those are chariots of the Lord. Those bright orbs, that's an angel from the Lord, man. And they're here to do recon. They're here to destroy this place and to beam up the hopeful elect. So none of that is hidden, man. We telling Jake what it is. You see, Jake waiting on Esau and what he gonna say and let it be known what it is. And all Esau gonna do is give you a beautiful lie to make you go and do what he wants you to do.
And then Jake that listen to Esau, the scripture tell you that cursed be the man that trusted in man. So every individual that trusted in this devil, Esau, either, that means that curse is gonna fall up on you, man. And that's what we try to tell you. Like, you need to disregard what the devil is saying and follow what Yahweh Shai is saying, man.
It's not to cut you off, but it's a precept that go into there. It said you trust in Egypt and like a broken reed.
Yeah, and Luke Ecuador bring that precept all the time, man.
Yeah, when y'all get that, man, that come out right now. It's perfect. I like how you said trusting on man. Like, when you do that, like, we telling you what's gonna happen.
Like, maybe your hand would be tucked in the book and read and stab his hand or something like that. Look fair.
Yeah, it should go in your hand and pierce it. I think it's like Isaiah 30. That's a good one too. That ain't it. It ain't it. I'm seeing it 30, but that's a good one too. I'm gonna bring out this 30, man. Y'all can find that one. But they both gonna say the same thing. This is Isaiah 30:1. It says, woe to the rebellious children, said the Lord. They take counsel, but not of me. And they cover with the covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. Verse 2. They walk to go down into Egypt and have not asked in my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. That's where we at right now. Babylon the Great, America is the shadow of Egypt. And it says, verse 3, therefore should the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt, your confusion. So that shows that's why the people we saying before we open up camp, why they are confused. These people are confused because they trust in the shadow of Egypt. America's built just like Egypt, man. Same dynamic, same oppressors, man. It's a different race. And if you think not, check your back of your $1 bill. Why the devil's got a pyramid? But all seeing on the cap on. Why is that? That's not there for no reason.
Bring that precept.
Yeah, go ahead and bring it.
Yeah, this is Isaiah 36 and 6. It says, Lo, thou trusted in the staff of a broken reed on Egypt, wherein if a man lean, it will go into his hand and pierce it. So is Pharaoh, the king of Egypt, to all those who trust in him.
See, that break it down what I said right there, man. You trust in Egypt, which is Babylon the Great, modern day, and then Pharaoh, who's modern day Pharaoh, Esau, Edom, looking at Donald Trump. If you trust in that, It's gonna go in your hand and pierce it, man. They're gonna end up putting a syringe, a grain of rice in your hand, and that's how you're gonna have to be in this system. And that's gonna be your confusion because even though you get that, that's not gonna be salvation. It's not gonna save you at all, man. You can go get the MOTB. And somebody say, well, we got too many. Hey, take them to section 30.
This precept ended up popping up with the gold perfectly as well, too. This is Proverbs chapter 25 and verse 19. And it says, confident in an unfaithful man in the time of trouble is like a broken tooth and a foot out of joint.
So it's gonna be painful.
Yeah.
And I think they feeling that now. Like he might be feeling that now. Like, oh no, I trusted the trumpet. Right. I lost my farms. You know, they feel like a two-face.
Hey, like video they so in agony right now. Hey, you know how to take me when your tooth hurt and all that. That when you trust in these devils, that's the pain. You're gonna receive that pain, man.
Man, they probably had that farm in their family for 3 generations. And then the generation they fucked it off. Yeah. And it was your own doing. So they probably get him a pain that like ain't nothing physically wrong with it. It was that mental pain. Like, oh, I can't believe I did that. Yeah. I trusted in this orange dude and he played me. God, man,
my family is doomed.
God. And then they so stupid, they're not gonna take it out on Esau for the problem. They're gonna look over at Jake that's thriving and want to take it out on Jake. Just because Jake's smart, Jake didn't put his trust in Esau. You know, Jake over there to doing, you know what they do.
That goes back into Sirach 12. Shit. He does the pity of serpent.
I got to grab it for you.
That's what I'm gonna curve.
You get mad like you trusting in this devil and got bit, trusting in this snake and got bit by the snake. Now you mad, and then who you gonna blame us? That's crazy.
It's Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 10. And it says, never trust thy enemy, but like as iron rusted, so is it wicked. In verse 11, it says, though he humble himself and go proudly, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped his liquor glass, and thou shalt know that his butt has not been altogether wiped away.
That go good. That was Trump talking about portability. No more. That was him humbling himself.
Yeah.
You know, that was him humbling himself. So people thought like, oh yeah, we could trust him. Oh yeah, he way better Kamala Harris. He gonna do this for us and do that.
No,
and then, and then when they made that move, man, they're like, oh man, I trusted in the con man who done went bankrupt numerous of times, got numerous of kids, numerous of marriages, got numerous of felonies. The dude's a convict. And now they feeling that pain, man. They should, like I said, like you're a certified dumbass. But believe it, Donald Trump, a blind man can see the dude, but no, his track record speaks for itself. But they want to be a president because he humbled himself by doing what? I'm gonna bring back white supremacy. I'm gonna make it all white again. Voted me, and you'll look up and you be back in the 40s and 50s. Oh, we're gonna straighten these niggas out, Jim Crow, baby. And that's what they roll with. And now they saying like, damn, like it's disrupting our whole system. Like we need Jake. That's what he's starting to figure out. We need Jake to uphold the system. Without Jake, we don't have a system.
That's exactly why the farmers is suffering, because they had Issachar on their farm picking them crops. When they got rid of them, they got rid of them. Now they tough. They ain't got no food now.
Yeah. He took away the cheap slave labor.
Yep.
Because like Judah's not gonna go do that. Judah already done been through that and established themselves. Ishkar was doing that willingly. You should have left it alone. But your racism kicked in so strong that you got rid of your employees. He's not going to give you no more employees. He's not going to do that.
In some of the videos that I saw, even though they was undocumented, they were still paying taxes. So they were still benefiting the system and giving them taxes.
Still a benefit to the system. So they can keep it running. Right. Now the devil took the bottom out. He took the bottom out, now it's just falling all through. Now these devils, they show you how stupid Esau is. Right. Now they're scratching their heads like, oh, damn. They were useful. We needed the undocumented immigrants to work our farm. Like, who else gonna do it? See, they so dumb. They thought Trump was gonna make Judah get back on the farm. And I'm like, you gotta be a dumb fool. You thought the Judah who done worked their way up, round up to get in a good position was gonna belittle themselves to go back to your farm. Like, what the hell made you think that was gonna happen?
That's the asking and a lot of those 2/3 Jays, a lot of the people that fear the mirth, they caught on to that. They was like, oh, so y'all got rid of the Mexican. Y'all thought we was gonna work the farm. Y'all thought we was gonna be desperate enough, but y'all didn't realize that we had our own money. We know how to make a dollar out of 10 cents. Those are videos that are circulating right now too.
God.
Because they talking shit to them now.
It raised the bell up.
Yeah.
It exposed Esau. That's part of end time prophecy in itself, right? The Lord said that he would make Esau barren. Now Esau looking like a real bad business person. He don't know how to do business. Everything he got, he bought off with Yasser Allah. And now it's showing for the whole world to see. The other heathens get to see it. Moab get to see it. Ishmael get to see it. Elam, Ham. They like, oh shit, y'all was balling off with them.
That's why we're seeing Babylon fall so fast. Because Esau, he stole everything, and now he can't steal no more. Showing like you ain't never did anything by your own smarts. And that goes into that precept, that one precept where it said, by unjust dealings and injuries and riches gotten by deceit, one kingdom should be translated to another. Hey, it's getting translated because this damn devil got everything by stealing, killing, and destroying off the backs of Judah. And Israel in the whole, with Judah mainly.
The head tribe. He enslaved the head tribe in order to enrich himself. And now he's at the point where he don't know how to do the status quo no more. He's messing it all up.
And now you just write in vision for everybody to see. You just naked in front of everybody.
And he need to be clothed with the deceit in order to thrive. With him being bare and naked and everybody seeing him for what he is, now that one precept coming into play, that Obadiah. All the ones that conspired with thee have turned against thee. And now you got European Edomites talking about we don't want no dealings with American Edomites. They're nasty, deplorable. We're not with them old slumpies. You know, they're dirty. They're stupid. Look at their president. You know, he's that. There's that. They all comment in orange. And then you got Iranians using Esau's game plan against him. Iranians are like, man, Jake, y'all stay up out of this. We ain't trying to war with y'all. We warring with Esau. You know, we know missiles ain't got no names, but it's crazy to see another heathen using their tactic against them. Mm-hmm. Now Jake over here going boycott crazy. Boycotting Asians, boycotting this and boycotting that. So now Jake is being wiser with their money. Esau don't need that, man. Jake, he used to Jake pumping money in his system. Now Jake like, man, we ain't dealing with Target. We ain't dealing with nothing that's Asian. We're not dealing with this. We taking our money, we gonna put it in whatever black that we got. It's like business, we're gonna pour it into that. So that's the Lord also, you know, showing these devils what they are. Nobody wants to deal with them. Even the Edomite woman. That's the prophecy. That should be big and wake our eyes up. The Edomite woman doesn't want to deal with the Edomite man anymore. She's separating herself. She's getting with Jake men. What did they show? They showed the transfer of power, like I was saying right there. The women recognize power more than any other gender. You know? So they saying like, okay, the Israelite man on the come up, I'm about to get with him, and maybe I get the benefits he gonna get, because he's really the most high chosen people. Because AI is telling them that. Even AI is telling on Esau. AI like, yeah, I'll come back black. If I was to come in the flesh, because they're the closest to God. You think Edomite woman didn't hear that? You think Edomite woman don't see that Jake ain't crashing out and going crazy, like Jake still making a calm, cool demeanor. Your family will be safe. You know, Jake in his right mind don't rob his children like Esau do. Jake don't lose his job and wake everybody up with a shotgun surprise. You know, Jake don't do that, man. Jake make it happen. We're the song still the face of the planet. And now Edomite women are seeing that and they're acting accordingly. All women are seeing that. You got Moabite women. I'm hearing them talking about, I want a black man. You got the Ishmael woman, I want a black man. African woman, I want a black man. All women of all nations are now hollering for the black man. Black man stock is going through the roof. And if you're an Israelite, or hopefully elect man, and Isaiah 4:1 gonna kick in majorly, man. That's a criminal crime.
4:1, and that I believe that Isaiah the 13th chapter when he said, "I will make a man more precious than fine gold."
That's happening. He making Jake. That's why Jake get his passport, go overseas, and and get the wife his dreams that he always wanted.
Man, be over there living lovely.
Yeah, they feeding you grapes.
Making them
Whatever you like.
making them them podcasts now just because that's the thing now, man. They go over there and they making podcasts, making buku money off of the podcast now.
And getting a woman that's gonna treat them how women over here should have did.
Showing you how much money it is over there, like $700 a month
for apartment.
Yeah.
That's so old. Man, you made a good point. I bet showing that the tender Babylon is out of there. Because you can live better in other countries. They got affordability.
Right.
Babylon great, don't. That's a good point you making. That's showing this place is through. Because you used to be able to get some good stuff in the 80s and 90s. You get a decent apartment or rent house. Now everything is through the roof now.
Man, I remember the story my pop used to tell me back in the day. He was like, "Yeah, man, I had an apartment that was like $500 a month, $300 a month, and then the car didn't even cost that much."
God, now your single one bedroom apartment in the hood gonna cost you about $8,000.
Yeah,
800 to 1,000 for something decent. Now you want something nice, you're gonna spend about $2,000. And that's we talking about Tulsa Oklahoma prices. We don't want to get to California, New York, and Florida prices.
Talking about $5 minimum.
Man, this to live decent. So there's no affordability here, man. You go to California, you got tent city. You got motherfuckers staying in tents, bummed out, all the drugs. Like the culture is just deplorable, man. The culture comes from Esau Edom. So his culture is the degeneracy. And now we're saying the years and years of that, the results of it. You got a broken society. Everything is broken. Can't nobody even form no good healthy relationships about on the break. Because the women are polluted. There's too much drugs here. Too much,
Yeah, because I got to go ahead and read it. Isaiah 47:1. And it said, "Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground, there's no throne, O daughters of the Chaldeans. For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate." And it said, "Take the millstone, grind meal, uncover thy lock, make bare the lead, uncover the thigh, pass over the river. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yet thy shame shall be seen. And I will take vengeance, and I will not beat thee as a man."
We living in that. That's prophecy that we seeing like straight ahead. Like not even straight ahead. We looking at it right now. It's like 3D. And that just lets you know that the Lord is on his way back. That should give you more like faith boosters and let you know the Lord is like right close to us. Because he said that we'll see the fall of our enemies, man. We're seeing it. Babylon the Great is falling. It's in deep confusion. This place is through. And if you was in the right spirit, that should be a faith booster to keep you on the everyday walk without falling off.
And that's why I like this precept so much, because it said thy nakedness shall be uncovered. So now we're everything we're saying is uncovered, that it's not affordable to live here in America in Babylon the Great. It's uncovered that the food is killing us day by day. It's uncovered that our politicians they don't care, they only care about their bottom line. Right?
That's the last little bit of comfort that Babylon the Great have left is the food.
Right.
And like they're not even knowing that the little food that they have left is GMO foods. That's why it's cheap. That's why you can go get a focal post still.
Mm-hmm.
And shit. But other than that, once that shit gets totally wiped off and that famine hit for real, it's over with, man.
It's been uncovered that the farmers, like the farmers is not producing the food that we need to sustain ourselves. So, hey, we're heading to that time.
Yeah, and that's because of that war that he started.
Right.
All this unnecessary wars Esau doing, trying to gather up resources like oil, and what he's doing is growing the food. That's something you got to eat.
Quick one. It's in 2nd Ezra 16. I'm starting at 21. It says, "Behold, the visuals will be so good, cheap upon earth, that they shall think to themselves that they are to be in good case." And Jake and everybody think they in good case because they can still go get them mixed up, but like they really not. And read it on, and it said, "And even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion." And that's what the brother read when said, "Sit that dust." That dust goes into confusion, great confusion, man. And read in 22, it says, "For many of them that dwell on earth shall perish of famine, and the others shall escape hunger, and shall be the sword destroyed." Shall the sword destroy? Who shall escape hunger, man? So we coming into them times, man. and visuals is good, cheap. You can go buy you, and you can still go buy you some little cheap ass, $3 chicken box or something that Popeyes or some shit. Get something real cheap, but hey, that just lets you know the time spread.
It's only on special days. That box cost 8 or 9. You got going like a Tuesday special to get that $3. So that's limited. Now McDouble shit is like $3 or $4. Used to be $1. They say that dollar crash. I can still spend $10 to get a meal, but that's the worst, man. You eat McDonald's, that's the worst you can eat, man. And
once they go out completely, and that famine completely hit, it's a wrap. People gonna be so used to getting that little $2 Wednesday, and they ain't gonna be able to get it. Somebody little kid gonna be shit barbecue.
Right. I see some Edomites on social media on YouTube arguing about that. Arguing about how you spend this much at McDonald's to get this type of meal. He got mad, put up about $3 or $4. He's getting upset about that. He's like, I'm on a strict budget, man. I got to decide whether I'm going to eat or put gas in the car. And this is about all the great working a job, man. I'm like, you cook, homie. You know what I'm saying? He said he got to decide whether he's going to put gas in the car to make it to work or is he going to eat today. And I'm like, bro, you're in a bad way if that's, how you live. And they just him. You got a lot of women living in their cars about all the great. That's starting to be an epidemic. They can't afford a house. And 40 hour regular job don't get you an apartment no more.
And it's gonna get to the point where they ain't gonna be able to own their cars no more. Cause the auto industry, we were talking about that, how they're cornering the market on the auto industry as well. So when even though they're sleeping in the car, when the cars break down, they can't get them parts no more.
But at the RV, stationary trailer home, they can't even move. They're gonna make a fine. You can't have your car in the parking lot of Walmart.
Yeah, they factory already.
You can't be off the curb. They're gonna stick it. Now we're gonna haul it off. And now you gotta be under a bridge. Yep. Because they took away your car. First you couldn't get a house. Now they took your car from you. And it's supposed to be a high society, high living place. No, it's out of here, man.
And the car that you never want you to get is that car that got that computer in there, with it goes right into that B system that we've been talking about. That B system. They got the code for whenever you decide you want to change the part, or you need to change the part on your car. And we just watched a video about that. There was a guy that told that basically when they got a car a tail light for his car, he couldn't put it in himself because he had to go to the dealership just to reprogram it to that computer in the car. That's the B system we talked about. So that's how you know when that precept is coming on in Revelation 13 and 15. He called it all those fallen great rich before we're in bond to receive that mark. All right, so they're controlling the whole market to where you're going to have this digital ID in order to be a part of America, a part of the B system.
All right, I'm gonna break down a spiritual part of the priest. You brought in Isaiah 47 and talking about sitting in the dust.
Yeah,
you notice dust. When dust comes up, it clouds your vision when you can't see. That's what leads to confusion because you need sight to see what's going on and to know how you need to move. If you got dust all up in your face, you got to clear that out before you can decide what's going on. You got dust. Say if it's real dusty and you walking outside. And it's a goddamn ditch coming up. If the dust is so thick and you can't see that ditch, you're gonna do what? You're gonna fall in. And then you ain't gonna know,
that's that old saying. I'm gonna wait till the dust settles.
God, you have to see what's going on. You can't see with dust everywhere, man. You cloud your vision. And that's what happened to a lot of these people back on the great. They clouded by all that dust, so they can't see what's going on. And the prophets, the Lord gives us eyesight. It's like we got a gas mask on. We can see right through the dust and see right what's going on and see that big ugly data center and AI coming up. Like we see everything that's going on. Nothing is deterring our vision. But to the people of the world, their vision is deterred by the dust. And Esau pays money to spray that dust, man. You look at chemtrails and stuff, they're probably clouding people's minds and making them sick to where they can't function right. They all tired, exhausted, can't think straight. So we give our praise and glory to Yahweh Shad that he gave us the ability to do that and stuff ain't affecting us like this. Like, don't get me wrong, we still be tired, we exhausted, but we can see what's going on and we can make little adjustments to give us some relief because we have the vision. We're being prudent. I know Esau not doing that. That's why Esau in the car crashing out. I work, pay them, work. I'm like, damn, devil, you know, trying to get you no joy in between time or do something.
Esau here crashing out because he thought work was the best way to make it. And he realized that he got bamboozled by his own people.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's a precept that says he's not good to himself, whom he would be good. Yeah. So like he realizing that shit wasn't the best way to go. This I got a quick one though. It says he realized he was following after the American dream, and he realized in that dream was just that. It was a dream. It can never become a reality, man. Especially while Esau Edom is in rulership. But this is Matthew 15 and 4. It says, let lead King James. It says, let them alone. They be blind leaders of the blind, and if for blind lead the blind, they should both fall into a ditch, man. And that's exactly what's happening. The people are led by the world, and Esau Edom, who's driving the car, and they followed along, and they realize that hey, they fell into a ditch following after this damn devil, man. Not being able to see because the Lord didn't give them their eyesight,
and they're blind. Mm-hmm. Like I said, this is where you heard it. You made a very good point. He believed in the American dream. He believed in it. Yep. He didn't believe in the Lord. He didn't believe in the law's commandments. He didn't believe with the Lord, the kingdom of heaven coming. His belief was in the wrong thing, and it's failing him. We spoke earlier. He trusted in Egypt. He trusted in the advantage that's failing. I was told if I work hard, it will pay off, and I have everything. You know, I think everything is the basic. You can't get the basic necessities out of America. You want a decent house, about 2 children, a good wife. Good luck, homie. Yeah. First of all, the women are polluted. Lord forbid you have children with these women. You know, if you have children, you got to pay for them, and everything's expensive now. And then they made it where you can't even afford a home no more. They got 50-year loans for a house. Who the hell want a 50-year mortgage loan?
You go to Bob.
Man, that's crazy. It's a wrap.
Man, so it's like say you 40 years old, by the time you pay that loan off, you damn near 90.
Exactly.
And you might not even live to be that old.
The housing market is cooked. Like, you know, and they was told if you work, it's a regular job. Even people who went to college, they had sacrificed to college, got 2 loans, and come to find out they can't find no job because they like, hey, we doing AI. Yeah. We're doing the coding now. And AI taking over the program. So sorry you went to college for 10 years and got your master's and got that, but we're gonna have ChatGPT come and take over for that job we're gonna get you.
I remember for the longest there was get it. You want a job that's never gonna go nowhere. Get in the code and get in this. The AI come along just that quick. Now I got it. I got it all handled out for you.
Right. It's gonna take over the call center jobs. It's gonna take over anything that requires a computer. It's gonna take over. And then these devils making robots take over the manual labor. Yeah. They're gonna take over the warehouse jobs.
Yeah, that's the spirit that you said that. Man, I was just talking to one of my coworkers who was talking about these big ass drones that be Amazon got these big drones that can actually drop these packages off. Mm-hmm. So that's that delivery and transportation service right there.
That shit gonna
ready to go belly up.
That shit gonna take over the doctor's office.
Oh yeah.
You gonna go into the doctor's office and shit. There's gonna be a fucking robot at the counter and shit, man.
There is your pills. Thank you very much. What are your symptoms? Like the movie Elysium. Pills. Take 2. God, well, they doing that now, Akio. They bring in computers already to be the doctors, man. So that's gonna replace lawyers. It's gonna replace it's everything, man. Truckers losing their job. They got driving truckers.
Yeah.
So that's a industry about to go belly up. Everybody getting CDL, but got that for no reason.
That movie Just Mercy let you know that they're gonna take over the courts and shit.
God, that's coming too, man.
You can literally look up
police. Right now. Look at the movie Code 8. Remember the police? They dropped the robots out the sky off the drone. They come in and take over. That was in Elysium too. The police robots. So the whole Esau and Edom ain't doing nothing but destroying the world with his technology. He's not making nobody's lives better. He's making everything worse. I'm gonna take your job away. I'm gonna take your health care away. I'm gonna take away your food. I'm gonna take away everything, man. I'm gonna take away all your rights. Where you just man, you go in your little cubicle, ride that bike, power up my data center. That's it. You got 15 minutes to do what you want to do, and then you run back to your cubicle.
The very same devil that was in the very same society literally said you will own nothing to be happy.
And you know that was the concentration camps coming up. Like they're letting everybody know, like you about to go in them in a minute, man. They're alligator Alcatraz, like they promoting, let you know, like shoot, do something wrong. Well, I'll just meet you at the gate like we did back in the day. And that's happening, man. They're not even hiding about this. Big and Two's coming out like, yeah, we building a big old concentration camp over there, but they call it a smart city. They sound better, more sexier. So we got a smart city coming up. Really, that's a concentration camp.
Man, which is basically an indictment on these Edomite killers. Man, one funny how you say they call it smart city, but that's basically like the devil speaking sweetly with his lips right there.
That just ain't gotta work. First basic income.
That just lets you know how fast the Lord is on his way back already, because you've seen that the devil destroying everything. All these different scenarios we're talking about let you know that the Lord is quickly on the way. Because the scripture did say if he was to be left up to the ruler, it would be no flesh would be saved. That's why the Lord is shortening in time. That's why Esau Edom's all the shit that he's coming out with, it just looks so damn dumb because he's rushing everything and he's fucking up, and the Lord took his wisdom. So that just lets you know that hey, the Lord is quickly on the way, man. Like
I got that precept to back you up. That's Matthew 24:22. And except those days to be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be short. Yes, you see right there what the ox said right there. If the Lord doesn't shorten the days, we see that right now. Time is flying. Everybody's saying time is flying right now. So if the Lord didn't shorten them days, these devils, they would destroy all flesh. And we can see that through what? Through their technology, man. They're using their technology to replace what the Most High made because the devil think that he's God. So the Lord said right there, and why the day's been shortened? So Yahweh can come back and clean this devil up. You got to get rid of Esau Edom, man. You got to get rid of the so-called white man. So-called white man lacks wisdom. The so-called white man does not do nothing beneficial for the earth or for the people, not even his own people. They started to see like, dang, I got plagued too, So the Lord said, I'm shortening up the time so that flesh can still be here. This devil destroying all the animals. Certain animals that's going extinct now because of Esau Edom.
Some is already extinct.
God, the devil destroyed their habitat, and then now as he extinct the animals, the devil is genociding stinking people. They trying to get rid of all the Palestinians right now to do a big old land grab, and they don't want them here no more because some of them know the truth. So the Lord has to shorten the time in order for flesh to survive, and He's doing it for the elect's sake. That should let you know how the Lord feels about the whole elect. The Lord is speeding up the earth and time for the believers, man. That should make that, like I said, that should boost your faith up right there. Like the Lord really love us, man. Speed time up, so we're not being forsaken. The Lord, like, okay, I'm about to disrupt this devil. Speed time up. And look, who needs time right now? Esau Edom needs time, man. Hey, his time is short. So his time being short, hey, look at y'all about shot. You go, I'm speed the clock up. That's why the devil's moving so frantic and fast. And really, they have to give us hope because that means they plan got to come out sloppy because they rush to do it. So the MOTB, like if you got the truth in you and some faith, you can beat this devil easily, man. Because the MOTB gonna come up with holes in it because he rushed it out there. He's not able to sit back and take his time and really get it set up to where he can really munch on us like that. No, when MOTB come up, it's gonna come out sloppy, and only the dumb ignorant is gonna fall for it. That's why I say my people prayers for lack of knowledge. That lines up perfectly with that Revelation 12 because he said he's coming down, have a great wrath. So it's not only gonna be sloppy, but it's gonna come with hate, and then he's gonna have wrath when to tell his agenda. And the wrath is coming because of what? He has but a short time. Revelation 12. Yeah, you gotta go for it. That's a good one, man. Because the devil here, he fighting against the clock. And what the Lord doing? Speed the clock up. Yeah.
It's Revelation 12:12, and it says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe unto the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea." That woe unto the inhabitants of the earth and the sea is the people that's living in this world who don't have this truth. It says, "For the devil is coming down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he has but a short time."
And we constantly break that word devil down, and devil going into deceiver, and who been deceiving the whole world. That's the easy concept for you to understand who the devil is. That's why we say Esau, even so-called white man, is the devil, because this is what he does. He deceives the whole world. Matter of fact, as the precept above that, I think it's Revelation 12 and 10, I believe, where it said that the serpent would cast that old serpent that was cast into the earth, who deceived the whole world. That's who it's talking about. Esau Edom, the so-called white man who deceived the whole world. He the one that taught you that that white man Jesus Christ in it. You know, he taught you all of this. He the one that told you that you had to get rid of holistic diet and accept his medical industry. That's what the devil done, man. He the one that put GMOs in your food and call it organic. Right? That's who it is. That's who deceives the whole world, man.
I like this precept though because it speaks in duality. Because it says, "Rejoice, ye heavens, and them that dwell therein." That's going to talk about the elect, man.
Right.
In the same sentence, it said, "Woe unto the inhabitants of the earth." You know, see, so that'll let you know, like if you just have trust in the Lord and faith, hey, you'll be all right in the times. Because Esau's moving, the time is short. You got to move fast and sloppy.
Get rushed like a quarterback. That pass, yeah, he gonna throw interception. Or fumble the ball, gonna slip out his hand because he panicked. Because he got the 300-pound lineman on his table.
And that's why the people of the world, that's why they panicking so much. But the elect, that's why we are rejoicing because of that. Every time we see another thing, atrocity against Esau, every time we see his industry being destroyed, we're rejoicing because we know that Yahweh Shai is quickly on the way. We know that. And this is right here. This is Zephaniah chapter 3 in verse 8. Because this is what the elect is basically doing. We're rejoicing and we're waiting on Yahweh Shai to come back. All right? Because he told us to. Zephaniah 3 and 8. And it said, "Therefore wait ye upon me, said the Lord Yahweh Shai, until the day that I rise up to the praise. For my determination is to gather the nation, that this gospel is gathering the nation, which is basically of the elect, right? My determination is to gather the nation that I may assemble the kingdom to pour upon them my indignation, even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy." And so when he comes back, because he also said that think not that I come to bring peace on the earth. I came not to bring peace, but a sword. That's none other than Yahweh Shai, who the world he called Jesus Christ. He's coming back with vengeance. He's gonna come back and he's gonna destroy this place.
And we see him gathering the nations right now. Shit, for World War III. Shit, about to give them the indignation of the Lord right now. So,
here going now. I'm talking about war. That's gonna bring that fire from the indignation. The fire gonna come from them ICBM nuclear missiles, man, coming in. Now, like I said, y'all brought this back full circle. I'm bringing this out. It's spirit. This lets us know that the Lord is about to come back quickly because we're in the midst of World War III. So this Joel 3 and 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war. Wake up the mighty man, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Verse 10. Beat your plowshares and the swords, your prudence and the spears. Let the weak say, I'm strong. And we're seeing that right now. Iran was considered a weak nation. They said they were strong, and they just pulled one of the biggest upsets in a minute in modern era, man. They beat Babylon the Great, and they beat the Israeli government. They beat the supposedly two superpowers in the world right now by themselves, man. Well, they had help from China and Russia, but they was attacking that one country that was considered weak, and they won that battle. So they said, like y'all said, man, they proclaimed this among the Gentiles prefer war. So Esau tried to get a peace deal going. He tried to be like, man, I don't want no more, man. I had enough, man. Let's call it a peace. The Lord, man, ripped that up like, ain't no peace, man. This is war. I proclaim war among the Gentiles because that's how kingdoms get translated, through war. So World War III is going to be the end of Esau Edom because everybody's going to shoot their ICBM missiles at Babylon the Great, man. That's the climax of World War III. But if before the missiles go off, what's going to happen before that? The MOTB going to be made mandatory. Would you see it now? The devil signed a genius act last year, July, I think, want to say in the month of July, where he put cryptocurrency in the U.S. government, man. To let you know the money is going to go digital. You know that too, because they already took pennies out of circulation. There's a certain amount of money that's not getting used about the great no more, man. There's a reason for that. And then you look at your debit cards, your credit card, they have what in it? They have a microchip in it. That microchip gonna go into your body. That's what Esau Edom is proposing. He wants to put microchips in people and basically do like a soft version of transhumanism. Want to make it like a soft, put my technology in your body. And he placed that with the C19. And I put something that don't nobody know about in their body. How many people will go with it? So he did. He got his data. Okay, these they participated. These didn't. So when he comes to MOTB, he got an idea on who's gonna go with it. don't ask for us. The whole elect, we ain't gonna go with it. So therefore, he gonna send a different type of strike team to our doors and seek to eliminate us. They got the FEMA color code. They doing like yellow, red, and blue. The devil got it already coded up on how he gonna deal with it. You take the C19, okay, you'll take most likely the MOTB. You'll just go ahead and go this way. This group over here that's not gonna deal with it, hey, I got ice for y'all. I'm putting y'all on ice, man. I'm gonna send some ICE agents. They got termination orders, and that's what we're gonna seek to do. We're gonna need the Lord to be with us in order to avoid that judgment from Esau's military, man.
There's another precept that goes lined up perfectly with what you got you saying right here. This is Mark chapter 13 and verse 24. And it says, but in those days, after that tribulation, the sun shall be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light. Verse 25, and it says, and the stars of heaven shall fall, and the powers that are in heaven shall be shaken. And right here, this is a metaphor, literally saying when it stars from heaven, this is the vision that they saw. It's basically those missiles that falling from the sky. And they didn't have the words at the time, so they're saying stars from heaven. And that's what it is, though, an ICBM missile. Okay?
This Pearl Era, remember back in the day when certain ancient warlords would blot out the sky with their arrows?
Yeah.
These arrows, like I said, gonna knock out the sun and the moon. And all you're gonna see is a battalion of missiles coming, man. Like a bunch of arrows. I'm ready to say it all the time. Like my arrows would darken the sky. I'll rain them down on my arc.
Yeah, they show that in the movies all the time. The perfect movie that they showed that was toward the end of 300.
Yeah, 300.
Yeah, the end of 300. That was a perfect example of why the moon was darkened, the sun and trying not give it light, and all of those arrows came down on it.
Yeah, he actually said it. He was like, my arrows are going to block out the sun. And he was like, yeah, we were fighting the shady then. Yeah, so that just lets you know that that's the perfect analogy for it.
And that's how you know these devils, especially these movie producers, they know the word. They know the word. This is why they do things like this, and you can see it in the video. But those arrows, and then you got the military vet. They actually call missiles arrows.
Yeah, they do. I found out talking to a dude at my job. He's an old military vet. But a nuke is not working. Nobody call it a broken arrow. I was like, ooh.
Yeah, you can Google that. Yeah, it's on there. It's on Google too.
Yeah, I was like, ooh, that's that spiritual. As I said, Jake got to connect them dots, man. It's all here. And Jake, I guess they so scared that they don't want to come to the truth because they're terrified.
It goes back to their precept, their Kadar. And that's why Yahweh Shah called them hypocrites. Read on, and it says, read that verse 25 again, and it says, the stars of heaven shall fall, and the powers that are in heaven shall be shaken. Okay, and so notice how it said heaven twice. All right, the stars of heaven, which you're looking up, you're pretty much looking up in heaven. All right, and then it said the powers of heaven, those represent the government seat. Okay, the people that have the power of all the resources in the economic power. All right, they're pretty much sitting in heaven. And that's why it said the heavens shall be shaken. That's what it's talking about. Those Edomites that are in power, their power is going to be shaken. They're going to be shaken in fear. They're going to run to their bunkers. Okay? And then it said, and then shall they see the Son of Man coming in the cloud with great power and glory. And remember, this is Yahweh Shai. He's getting ready to come back with great power and glory. And then shall he send his angels and shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from the uttermost part of the earth to the uttermost part of heaven. So that means he's going to grab all of his elect from the lowest all the way up to the top. And that's how Yahweh Shai is ready to come back. You know, that's after those tribulations that we're talking about, man.
And that's what's going to clean up Esau, Edom, and establish the kingdom of heaven. It's going to be our Lord and Savior, Yahweh Shai. He's going to crack them skies. Esau going to call it an alien.
Right.
But now he's going to be like, nah, that's our power, man. And then the chariot he's going to be on is going to be so magnificent that every eye going to see him. And so Project Bluebeam can't do that. You can't just show me something in the sky. Like, oh, there you go. I'm like, if everybody ain't seeing, the world ain't reacting. Because the animal's going to react to the company Yahweh Shai. The whole world's going to have a strong reaction.
You can only see it from one coast.
Yes, that ain't it. That ain't it. You know,
And I like to bring up that movie, The Independence Day, because that was a perfect example. That's how you know every eye, we're talking every continent, every country is going to see this ship when Yahweh shall come back. It's not just going to be every eye in America going to see it and no other country going to see it. No,
only on China,
the whole world we're going to see this.
And see, that's why the Lord said that Esau can't do that.
Right.
Esau can't make a projection where the whole world can see it. Blue beam ain't that powerful. So I like how the Lord put it there that every eye shall see him. That way we won't get fooled when Esau do his Project Blue beam and put something in the sky or his AI or whatever he gonna do. Because he's not that magnificent. This is somebody tell me, oh, China made another sun. It's a double sun. I'm like, if that's the case, well, I can't see it over here.
Yeah.
Nigga, that ain't nothing but a ball of fusion in the sky. Nigga, that's a science experiment. Nigga, the sun, you can see that sucker. Everybody can see that when it's your time, and it powers the whole earth. I've never seen China set the sun over here.
And that's the spirit. That's how you know how powerful our power is right there. If he created something that everybody in every continent can see, from depending on what time it is, it don't matter. They still see it. And they see when it's set. Same thing with the moon. Then why do you think these devils going to outpower our power, which his name is Yahweh Shah? Yahweh and Yahweh Shah.
They not. They ain't foolish, man. They ain't duplicate it, man. The Lord laid out his coming, that way we won't be fooled. That's what he said, I have no time to write unto you. So you know that my time is coming. No, it's paraphrasing. Because he gave us prophecy to go by. That Esau can't manipulate. Esau can't duplicate that. He can only like make a weak knockoff. Yep. It's only gonna fool the unlearned and the ones who don't know the Lord. Because we know, I remember that one little Hamite talk about the rapture coming, had everybody believe in it. I'm like, dummies, the MOTP ain't even came yet. So they let me know y'all don't know biblical prophecy. Y'all don't know. Anybody can tell y'all anything.
Yeah, people fooled. I mean,
that's my job talking about.
Dudes all came on social media. I sold everything that I had because I thought the rapture would come. I'm
dumb as hell.
That Jake you talked to that one time, that's him. I think a prophecy like that hit him.
Yeah.
He believed it, and then when it didn't come, he got disenchanted and fell off. But it's like, bro, you didn't know the scripture, you just believe in some dumb. When I heard people say that, I'm like, bro, that's a bunch of baloney, man. MOTB ain't even made mandatory yet. So how can the rapture come?
The heart of Jacob's trouble ain't even hit yet.
Exactly. It's just getting started.
Yeah, we ain't with World War III barely even starting.
The worldwide famous ain't even hit yet. This process ain't hit yet. I ain't just going about this some fool made a blanket statement and you run with it. And it also, I know there's a bug out. When the bug out talks, a lot of people adhere to that for some odd reason. When the truth come out, they all dismissing whatever, broke nigga. But when some little weirdo dude come out with it, you know, they run with it.
It was crazy. They gave him 2 chances too. Well, it's not. Well, after it failed the first time, well, it's really talking about the other calendar. So it's really next month at this time, and then it still failed. It's crazy.
And that what you just said, they go with that precept of Proverbs when it says the simple believe in every word. Come on, they do. And then well, they always say the Buddha man looking for looking to the ways in the simple. Believe in the word and pass on and our money. Looking for the word. There's 2 different ones that says the same thing, but it's a little worded different. You know, and that's why it says the simple is passed on and are punished, and that's why everybody that believed that they got punished some kind of way. Financially, a lot of them got punished financially. They sold everything that they had, and now they out on the ass. They ain't got no fucking home to go.
The Lord allowed them to punish themselves.
God. And it was crazy because they sold their house at a time when the housing market was going up. So now if he wanted to buy another house, he's gonna have a hard time.
That precept ring loud and clear. Be not ignorant in any matter, small or great. That was a great matter right there to be ignorant of. You sell your house, your car, everything, you're giving away all your finances. I done cleared out my whole bank account and gave it to people because the Lord is about to boom beam me up.
Did no promise. You listen to some bugged out dude, man. That's why it's important to adhere to the promise, man. And you gotta have something even know what real promise is. It's like 100,000 some different Hebrews like him.
That's why you gotta get his word and when you know the only way you be able to get that discernment if you follow along and then if they break down the word and you be like, okay, that's correct, and I'm reading the same thing, I'm on the same page with this individual versus somebody like Bishop Nate who broke down the MOTB, it was completely off. Completely off. Get that by just following along with the scriptures, man.
Thing is, you got to stay in this to know too. You can't slack off and close the book and then shit think you're gonna still have it. You gotta constantly have the book open. Man.
I'm gonna say, blessing them that read it. You know, a lot of people don't read the Bible. Very few do. Ones that do are blessed. I see that. And they're not gonna be fooled by all this toss to and fro from every wind of doctrine. Because we rooted and grounded this thing.
It goes back into that precept in Matthew where the Lord was saying it comes like a thief in the night. It's gonna be like a thief in the night to some people because shit, they looking elsewhere. They're not even looking for the right thing.
Got that door wide open.
They say your precepts.
I got one more. Probably just get this Revelation 16 and 15. It says, "Behold, I am come like a thief. Blessed is the one who stayed awake, keeping his garments on, that he may not go about naked and be seen exposed." That's like in NLT. So you gotta stay awoke, man. You can't be seen exposed. It said, "Blessed." It said, "Come like a thief." So the Lord coming like a thief. So you gotta stay awake, stay woke. You don't want to be the person who sleep or left the house whenever the Lord right on the way and death. Like the parable of the 5 wise and 5 foolish virgins or something with the oil.
You don't want to miss the bus.
Exactly.
You don't want to miss your chairs, man.
Yeah. The Lord did say, wait on you. Moving with haste, hey. You're going to miss your chance, man.
Patiently on the Lord. He said, wait patient. So with that being said, man, we hope it's edifying with our first word too.
Yeah.
Power. By Shep. Yeah, we shot. By Shep. Dash.
Shalom. Shalom.